Can Cirno from Toho Project solo the Baki verse? So I did a community poll on different videos to start off 2025, and a lot of you guys wanted Toho content. So I asked, what video do you guys want? And I got this answer. So yeah, can Cirno solo Baki by herself? So I don't really do scaling videos. I mean, to be honest, my videos are all over the place, but 2025 is my year for real. It's time to lock in. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe, as it would definitely help out the channel, and we're trying to hit 1,000 subs. But enough yapping, it's time to start scaling. And sorry if you guys hear anything in the background, it's the air conditioner, but we're gonna get through it. Anyways, in this scenario, we'll be placing Cirno in the Baki verse, and everyone will be hunting her down. So I'm gonna start off by scaling the Baki verse, which is really hard to scale because it's so freaking weird. I'm going to use Hanayama as a baseline, who, mind you, is capable of wrestling with and defeating sharks the size of megalodons. Some people calculate Hanayama's grip strength to like 8 tons, and he was able to fight a convicted felon named Speck, who was able to destroy the Statue of Liberty with his bare hands. Now, of course, characters will only upscale from this, like Biscuit Oliva, the strongest man in America, hitting another prisoner named Guevara so hard that the satellites tracking their movements from space were affected. Oh yeah, these characters are so strong they're being constantly tracked by satellites. Katsumi is able to punch at Mach 5 speeds, which is faster than the speed of sound. And he's increased his speed even further to high hypersonic levels. This level of high hypersonic to relativistic stays pretty consistent, with characters like Yujiro dodging lightning bolts with ease. Yujiro even tanked a lightning bolt before with no damage. Speaking of him, the feat that's talked about the most is his earthquake stopping punch. This is a controversial feat, but for the sake of this video and my sanity, we'll just be putting it around town level. So for strength and speed, Baki is around large town level and massively hypersonic. But speed and strength aren't always everything. What about their abilities? As for abilities, this is where Baki gets weird. We have people turning their body into liquid, Yujiro walking through bulletproof glass, Yujiro making a skyscraper shake with his rage, Baki fighting giant imaginary animals that can physically harm him, and also it's confirmed that Baki has spiritual attacks. Yujiro is also the equivalent of a see-through world from Demon Slayer, because he can see everyone's weak points like an X-ray. Also, weird side point, Yujiro has so much testosterone he sees everyone as a woman. This has absolutely nothing to do with scaling, I just thought it was a fun fact. Speaking of Yujiro and Baki, they have a technique called the Demon Back, which further enhances their skills. And Baki has the Demon Brain. Now these are just amps, kind of like Super Saiyan or Gear 2. It's not really like a crazy thing. And in terms of fighting skill, even characters like Motobe learned every fighting style in the world, and Yujiro destroyed him. And this was Yujiro from the past. Yujiro gets stronger every day. By the way, Yujiro also knows every fighting style and skill, and he can replicate it at will, but better. So yeah, the Baki verse is quite formidable, but can they win against the Fairy of Ice? Well, Cirno is a very weird character to scale, as she's known for being weak, but at the end of the day, she's still a Toho character with Danmaku and spell cards. I'll be using Cirno at her peak for this argument. Cirno is the embodiment of cold, and she's an ice fairy. She's able to push and lift large ice boulders, and states that she's fast enough to dodge cherry petal leaves. She has an ability of flight, and she's also basically immortal. This is because a fairy in Toho can't actually die as long as the concept of the nature they embody exists. And for Cirno, that's the concept of cold and ice. She was able to fight a drunken holding back Marissa, and she was able to defeat characters like Nemuno and On in her Tan form. And she can dodge attacks from characters like Utsuho. Cirno has also fought against Mai and Satono, and she was able to contend against Okina, even if she did lose horribly. Cirno scales to around town level, and some people may even try to get her to city level. And you can argue that she can move at light speed since she fights characters with attacks that fast. So basically, Cirno is around town level and high relativistic, but you can get her to light speed. Now that we've scaled everyone, on to the battle. So the fight starts and Cirno beats mostly everyone, leaving high tier characters like Oliva, Pickle, Baki, Jack, Musashi, and Yujiro. Cirno has the AP to contend with these characters as well as the speed, and if you think Cirno is light speed, that just means she blitzes everyone here. And even if they were to kill her, she could just respawn. And Tan Cirno is even stronger than regular Cirno. If you want to argue that everyone can just, well, kill Cirno once, then it's a win for the Bakiverse. But Tan Cirno is far above regular Cirno, who already unironically scales to Baki's top tiers. So the final verdict is, hypothetically, yes, Cirno could solo Baki. However, she would most likely need her tan form to do so because of characters like Baki and Yujiro.